What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to talk about WrestleMania 3, the granddaddy of them all, the one that was hyped up the most. Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan at the Pontiac Silverdome on March 29th, 1987, in front of 93,000 people. I'm going to go through the card and let you guys know what matches took place. So right off the bat, we had the Can-Am Connection and versus the Magnificent Muraco with Don Muraco and Bob Orton. Can-Am Connection, amazing tag team with Mike Rotundo and Barry Windham. And of course, Don Muraco and Bob Orton, legends in themselves. Then we had a full Nelson challenge match between Billy Jack Hayes and Hercules. Basically, both of these individuals using the full Nelson. They want to find out whose version of the full Nelson is better. Then we had King Kong Bundy, Little Tokyo, and Lord Littlebrook versus Hillbilly Jim, Little Beaver, and Haiti Kid. All I remember about this match is that Bundy was like treating the small people really bad in this match and body slammed him. He actually splashed on one. I think it was Little Beaver, and it was amazing to see, but it was also really bad to see at the same time, if that makes sense. Then we had the Junkyard Dog versus Harley race. This I remember at the end of the match, Junkyard Dog running around with Harley Race's crown on his head. Just a great moment in wrestling history. And then we had the Rogeau brothers versus the Dream Team, and the Dream Team was Greg the Hammer Valentine and Brutus Beefcake. This is when Jimmy Valiant turned on Beefcake, and Beefcake pretty much walked out on Greg the Hammer Valentine. Then we had Piper versus Adrian Adonis. Loser gets their head shaved match. And Adrian Adonis ended up losing, and this is when Bruce Beefcake became Bruce the Barber Beefcake. He came out with like the hedge clippers and cut out Adrian Adonis' hair. They shaved him bald. Then we had a 6-man tag team match. We had the Hart Foundation and Danny Davis. Danny Davis was a referee that had turned and was hanging out with the Hart Foundation and Jimmy Hart versus the British Bulldog and Tito Santana. I'm not sure why Tito Santana came into the mix. He was just kind of thrown in there. He's one of those guys where you wanted him in the pay-per-view, but at the same time, if there wasn't a slot, you're just going to stick him in there. Then we had, as like a filler match, we had the Natural Butch Reed versus Koko Beware. Nothing spectacular there. You just always got the pop with Koko Beware coming out with Frankie. Then we had for the Intercontinental Championship, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Macho Man Savage in what people call the greatest match of all time. These guys put on a clinic. They showed everyone what a wrestling match should be. It went back and forth, close calls, just pure genius in the ring. You had George the Animal Steel on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's side. You had Elizabeth on Macho Man's side. You had the interaction between those two. Just an amazing, amazing match. Then you had Jake the Snake Roberts versus the Honky Tonk Man. Honky Tonk Man, of course, with his music. Jake the Snake Roberts came out with Alice Cooper, and that was just amazing to see that take place as well, because Alice Cooper at the time was just, it still is, but just to have him in the ring with Jake the Snake was amazing. Then you had the Iron Sheik and Nikolia Volkoff versus the Killer Bees. And then for the WWF Championship, Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan in what people also call the match that changed wrestling. One of the greatest matches of all time, in people's opinion, when Hulk Hogan body slammed Andre the Giant, ended his 20-year win streak, and kept the title. And you saw Andre the Giant and Bobby the Brain Heenan go back to the back on that little floating cart thing, and Hulk Hogan was in the ring. Pretty much the pinnacle point where Hulkamania, if it hadn't have bursted off, it just skyrocketed from this point on. An amazing pay-per-view. If you have not seen WrestleMania 3, you have to check it out. If you like this video, definitely give it a like below. If you want to comment on WrestleMania 3, tell me what your best match, what your favorite match is. Um, do that below in the comment section. If you're not subbed, definitely hit the sub button up there. And I'll catch you guys later. I'm out. Peace.